behind the scenes with future country rock blues kings and queens. Discover them first with Palm Mash TV. Palm Mash TV.
Well, hello there. It's Palm Mash TV time again. Thanks so much for joining us. We got a great interview coming up for you in just a couple moments, but don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell right here, and you'll be getting the latest interviews notified to you as soon as we get them. And we know you'll enjoy that. And use the comments section. We love to hear from you. And if you're on Facebook, go to facebook.com/PalmMashTV. And feel free to like the page, inbox us, comment on everything you see. We'd love to hear from you there as well. And email us at palmmashtv, all one word, @gmail.com. And it's great if you're a band or a solo artist wanting to be on the show. But hey, if you're simply a fan, you can use that same email address. We'd love to hear from you. And we're going to recap all this for you at the closing credits at the end of the show, so stay tuned for that. From Durham, North Carolina, we're talking about Dawn AKA SVK. And we're not actually going to be interviewing him this time on this interview. We're going to be interviewing his fiancee, Ruby Thompson. If you remember, we had her on a show when she was talking about Alex the Great. That was about a month ago. And she's going to talk a little bit about him and his music. So I know you're looking forward to that. And we'll get to it in just a second, but here's a quick word from Click Jam. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
We got history, got me feeling the nostalgia when you look at me, thinking about what could.
Well, hello everybody, it's interview time again, and with us from Durham, North Carolina, we have Ruby Thompson, and she's going to be talking to us on behalf of SVK, or Dawn, I guess, and that's her fiance, and he can't be with us now to do this interview, so she's going to be doing it in her place. And of course, as you remember, she was on our show just about a week or two ago, or something like that, where she was talking about one of her artists, and it was.
I was on there about a month ago, actually, because I was there for Alex the Great.
Alex the Great, right? And it was a great interview, and it got a lot of response there. And we appreciate you coming back on again, Ruby.
I'm glad to do that. I thought I'd be there for like the update, but I feel like it's better that I speak on behalf of my fiance, because he's really been going through a lot, and I'm reaching out to Carolina Waves as well. I've talked to Juice Lord, I've talked to Exhale, I've talked to God, I've even talked to some graphic designers that we worked with and everything about the situation, quite literally. And for like 16 days, he's been locked up. So it's been really, really tough, you know, for the family, for me, for everybody that's involved, to be honest.
Well, why don't you tell everybody a little bit about him and what they like to know about him? I mean, I'm sure everybody would be pleased to know that.
What can I say about Don the Shadow Viper King? He is a Bull City unorthodox rapper that he was originally born in UNC Hospital, and he was born December 2nd. 1994. He is a full-blown Sagittarius to the fullest, and I should know because we've been together on and off for 8.5 years. He is my soulmate, my other half, and he is also my freaking headache. But I couldn't ask for somebody better than him. All of his life, he has always turned to music, quite literally. It has been his go-to. It's been what saves him, quite literally. The reason why I chose Get to Know Me, because that's just the perfect song to signify and symbolize him. Because he talks about what he went through as a kid, what he went through, like, literally trying to find himself as an artist. And he actually worked with Pain Entertainment, and his producer was Solo Bala. They worked together from, I think, about, I want to say 2018 into 2019, and then they parted ways, quite literally. But what I can tell you about Don is he is one of the most influential people that you will ever meet. He has a literal beautiful heart of gold, but he also doesn't think about what he does sometimes. And when I say that, I'm saying that, like, he takes the bull by the horns. Go figure, Bull City. That kind of makes sense. And he is an amazing father to my son, Giovanni Michael Cook Jones. I couldn't ask for a better father to Gio. I mean, he is literally my rock. He's my go-to. He literally can bring life to you. Like, I cannot even begin to tell you how much he truly means to me, that I would go through the ends of the earth for this man, backwards and forwards. The funny thing about us is when we met, we were kind of in a PSR type of situation, and what that is psychosocial rehabilitation. So that situation is literally like, you're like working on your coping skills, working on getting yourself better. The funny thing is I was dating his best friend at the time named David. Well, I don't know, there was something about him. 18 years old, he just had this spark about him. He was just full of fire, and you don't find that. It's a rarity. Like, when I met him, I literally saw fireworks. And he is just one of the most amazing people I have ever met in my life. I can't even begin to tell you how much his music truly inspires me. And the funny thing is, I am actually his ghostwriter for Fire Breathing Night, Dragon on a Chain, Falling from Heaven. Matter of fact, Revolution, his EP, actually was coming off of the idea of me and my ex. We were actually with him, and he was listening to us, and we were talking about how life, like, he wished people would be more, how would I say this? More loving, more peaceful, like, that they would be more open to people's sexuality, not judge each other, just have a more positive revolution, have a more positive influence. And I mean, he has been in the music game for a really long time. Like, his go-tos were like Eminem, Tupac, Logic. He listens to Chris Webby a lot. He listens to Colucci. One of his favorites is Drug Addiction, Part 1 and 2. And I mean, if you've ever dealt with addiction, it is one of the hardest demons in the world to deal with. I dealt with it when I was about 25 to 26 years old, and I overcame it. Unfortunately, this is the demon that's gotten the worst of him. But on top of that, there is a silver lining, because even though he's locked up, you know what he's doing right now? He's staying. So actually, that was just Dawn SVK calling me from Wake County Detention Center just then. He's decided. I just told him I'm doing an interview representing him, and he's like, his first words were, "Oh shit." He's like, "Are you serious?" I said, "I literally am doing the interview as we speak." He was like, "I am so proud of you." I said, "No, I'm proud of you. You've come so far." And when I say, like, the last 2 years have been so hard on him, He literally lost his apartment. He lost, God, how would I go about this? He lost a lot. When I say that he went through hell and back, he literally did. That it takes an incredible, strong person to go through what he's went through. And then, to be sitting, there in like lockdown, and he has all this time to reevaluate his life. And the whole time he's been actually writing music. Every time that he calls me, actually, he's been going over his music with me, quite literally. And it's amazing to see the spirit and the life and the light come back into him. It's beautiful. As you can see, my heart just literally lifted, just knowing that I just heard from him. It is priceless that he calls me right in the middle of the interview. I'm like, really? He knows better, but it's almost like, okay, when you have a twin flame, it's like you literally just know each other's moves before you do it type thing. And he reads my mind 24/7, but I mean, I couldn't ask for a better partner, even though it drives me absolutely crazy. And I want to say this. His family has been an amazing support system. I literally represent, well, I'm getting ready to actually in the future, his uncle Bill Jones. He's a streamer with Twitch, and we've been working together for like 2 years. And then I want to give a special shout out to Dottie L. Jones, because that is Dawn SVK's mother. I want to give a shout out to Aaliyah, because Aaliyah is a godsend. She can pull you out of a dark space, and she wears a cross that Dawn made a long time ago. And she wears it like as a good omen, I could say that she stays strong for her brother. She stays strong for me, and she stays strong for the family, quite literally. His family, I cannot even begin to tell you, they are amazing. His sponsor, Anna, is also amazing. She's reached out to me in the darkest hours when I was literally falling apart. And she's reached out to me, and I just want her to know that she's one of the most amazing, beautiful souls I've ever met. And I feel like she is a big factor as to why he's working on, like, he's not giving up. He's trying. He's not throwing in the towel. I feel like she has a big part in doing that. And she has opened my eyes to things that I didn't know about, and in order to help him heal. I do believe that Dawn SVK is going to make it. I think he's going to come back even bigger and better than he was, with some powerful, dynamic songs. He is a force to be reckoned with. And I mean, like I said, I'm giving a special shout out to Exhale, to Juice Lord, to Miriam, because I've reached out to all three and they have been so supportive. I'm going to give a shout out to my savages, Ashley. Let's see. I've got to go down a list here. Ashley, Tasha Kia, Kashayla Smith, Egyptian Goddess. If I forget anybody, I apologize ahead of time. Alexandria Knight. I'm just beyond blessed to have them, because they knew that this was going to be a hard interview for me to do. Carissa, I'm thankful for her. Jay, I'm thankful for him. Shane Caruso, that man is an angel. He's a godsend. Every single day, he's just like, stay strong. I've got you. We're praying for you. Infinite prayers and blessings upon you and CJ. The funny thing about CJ is he used to do videos with his brother Jamie and his sister, and he used to call himself the Goth King. And I thought that was so cute back then, because that was when he was learning how to even spit bars, and you know, like, you have to really learn your craft. And at first, I'm not even gonna lie, he did not know how to spit bars for the life of him, but he worked at it, and it was like, I think he even mastered it even more when he worked with Pain Entertainment. They taught him everything from, you know, like pacing yourself. And the funny thing about me as an artist as well is my problem is I was around Bone Thugs and Harmony's music. So I learned how to rap really fast. I don't know how to pace myself. So Dawn teaches me how to pace myself, and you know, like, we both compose music actually. I forgot to say that. He actually he's not just a producer for Dawn's Diamond Entertainment, much less the CEO and co-founder. He also does some musical engineering as well, and he is amazing at it. Matter of fact, we taught each other. And I think the way that we came together, I feel like it was actually meant to be. I really, truly feel like that when you know that you're supposed to be with that person and be their rock and be there for them, you just know. I really hope for the best with his case. I can't go into too much detail about it, because that would probably be like messing up his case, so I don't want to. But I just know that he has a very good lawyer, and he's working very hard to be reunited with his family. He's already accepted his responsibility in the situation. He's growing from it. He's going to prosper, quite literally. And when you listen to Get to Know Me, you'll understand where he comes from. Or at least I hope you'll understand where he comes from. Because that's his life from the moment that he was a kid to 23 years old. That was him coming into his own phase, to his own self. And he's still, you know, he's still got a long way to go. I mean, his story's not over by any chance. Anytime anybody goes for addiction, it is true that you're going to recover. You are not a lost cause. I wish him the best in everything that he does in his life. I will always be there for him no matter what. He has an amazing support system. Matter of fact, he has amazing people in there looking out for him as well. I mean, I feel like angels are watching over him.
Okay, well, that's quite a story about him, and like you said, I hope he's around for a long, long time, and I know that we'll always support him and as well. And tell us a little bit about where we can find his music at. I mean, I'm sure it's on all streaming platforms, but I know there are other places you can also find his music at.
That is actually a very good question. You can find it on Spotify. I do believe you can find it on Tidal. You can find it on YouTube, of course, and of course you'll get the link to that and everything. Trying to think of all the places, because he was putting it everywhere, quite literally. It was multi-platforms. But those are the main ones that I can remember right now, is his Spotify, SoundCloud. Always you can easily find his music there. And the funny thing about him is he started out on SoundCloud as DA Death Angel, and that's how he really started to get into music, and he worked his way through there. So his music is on SoundCloud, Spotify. I'm not sure if it's on Apple. I can't think of that right now, to be honest.
Okay. Well, I
know for a fact it's on Spotify, though.
Yeah, that's fine. But I'm sure those places for sure. So everybody get down there and get his music. I know we love you for that, and I know Ruby here will love you for that too.
He's gonna love the fact that the moral support and the outpouring support for him, quite literally, like he's beyond blessed. He's beyond touched right now. When I told him that I was getting ready to do, I was in the middle of the interview, he was like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry." I was like, "No, you're cool." And he's truly touched by all the support that everybody is giving him right now. I mean, my messenger is being blown up asking me, "Is he okay?" Yes, he's okay. He's gonna make it. He's gonna prosper.
Well, that's good to know. And I guess we're going to play this video in just a moment. Get to know me. I'm sure that's self-explanatory, but is there a story behind that?
Yeah, I mean, it's talking about he actually was in a coma when he was a teenager. I think it was when he was like 16 years old. And when he's talking about his heart was on the grid and everything, like his kidneys shut down, everything pretty much shut down. And, you know, like he's a walking miracle, quite literally. He's talking about how when he was in a coma, how he came out of it. I mean, he also is also talking about other times where he was dealing with his seizures or dealing with conversion or disorder, which means that when your stress level is so high, it literally can cut off something in your brain, and it causes him to lose his ability to walk, and sometimes it causes him to lose his ability to talk. I watched that man literally less than a month learn how to talk and walk again. When I say he's truly a walking miracle, he really is. He's blessed beyond measure. I swear there's angels over him. Gotta be, especially his grandma. His grandma's angel has got to be the one that's watching over him the most.
Okay, well, it's a great song. I listened to it earlier, and I know everybody's dying to get into it. And
it's really catchy. You'll love it.
Yeah, and we'll get to that in just a second. But thanks a lot for coming on the show again, Ruby. We're glad to have you today, and we'll be looking forward to, because some of the artists that we get on the show comes from her, and we appreciate all that you do for me on Paul Mash TV, and you're welcome to come back on anytime as well. So anyway, let's get right to the song, Get to Know Me, and here it is right now, so don't go away. We'll be right back.
Have you got something like this?
It's pain entertainment.
Yeah. It's DAC. Y'all know you got that people that just talk shit in your life. This is for all of them. You know it. Y'all hear it from my mouth, judge it from me.
Have you got something like this?
Don't just talk shit, for God's sake.
From your opinion, from your position, come recognize I'm the competition. I hold myself to my own standard, my self-worth, stop the slander. People gon' talk, people gon' hate. It is what it is at the end of the day. If you talk to me, you will see a bright man with a big future. Yeah, I got a plan. I'ma put it in motion, start a revolution, end all doubt. Find my own solution. You wanna know me? Well, here it is. I'm a blunt, honest person, will solve any quiz. I walk with a smile inside a big heart. I have self-worth, I am very smart. My childhood was evil, hurt as a kid, abused, neglected, banned and forbidden for the simplest things like food and water. Felt like prison, arrest for manslaughter. I started writing music at age 8. Didn't see a future, but wanted to be great. At first sucked, not afraid to admit it, but I kept on strong to myself. I will get it. Listening to music, Eminem and Tupac, the voice side of messages. There was a spark to just be original, pay their own way. I carried that message every single day. I felt the pain, I saw it firsthand. In order to survive, I had to take a stand. Falling quickly, quicksand, walking around with that contraband. Little problems I didn't understand. Why am I different? Was I told beforehand? Get to know me before you doubt. Get to know me and shut your mouth. Get to know me and feed the flame. Get to know me or feel the pain. Get to know me before you doubt. Get to know me and shut your mouth. Get to know me and feed the flame. Get to know me or feel the pain. Get to know me before you doubt. Get to know me and shut your mouth. Get to know me and feed the flame. Get to know me or feel the pain. Get to know me before you doubt. Get to know me or shut your mouth. Get to know me and feed the flame. Get to know me or feel the pain. I still felt that I was good good guy with very long legs and beautiful eyes. I wanted to help others in pain, going through struggle, fighting the rain. I've seen my friends killed in battle, and fucked me up, shaking like a rattle. At age 16, I was very sick. I had a seizure. Fuck the kid. I woke up in the hospital, a miracle I did. Hooked up the machine's heart rate on the grid. Kidneys had failed, walking at 2. Memories gone, couldn't grab a tissue. Completely paralyzed on the hospital bed. Machines breathing for me, I should have been dead. For the skin in my teeth, the hair on my balls, the fire inside, I beat it all. At age 23, I now look at me and I realize where I'm supposed to be. A nice looking guy with a big ass heart, beautiful eyes and very smart. Talent for music, staying on the grind, fighting every day with music in my mind. Nice and tall, very charismatic, very much golf with some bad habits. I have my flaws, but don't we all? We shouldn't judge, that's on y'all. So say what you want because I won't quit. On the real, I don't give a shit. So keep on talking and say those words, but keep them over there that doesn't need to be heard. Please shut your mouth at the end of the day. It is what it is, fuck you, have a nice day. So for those that want to talk all that bullshit, y'all want to run y'all mouth about me, y'all just heard it from my mouth. DAC, aka the Dragon. So please, y'all, just shut the fuck up. You got a fucking issue with me, come to me. Stop running your bitch ass mouth to your mom, your dad, your wife, your husband. I don't give a shit. Just talk to me as a person instead of thinking you can just run my ass. Last time I checked, I'm fucking grown. This is my world and my life and how I fucking run it. And if you don't understand that, then fuck off. And as I always say, fuck you and have a nice day. One more time. Get to know me before you doubt. Get to know me and shut your mouth. Get to know me and feed the flame. Get to know me or feel the pain. Get to know me before you doubt. Get to know me or shut your mouth. Get to know me and feed the flame. Get to know me or feel the pain. Get to know me before you doubt. Get to know me or shut your mouth. Get to know me and feed the flame. Get to know me or feel the pain. Get to know me before you doubt. Get to know me or shut your mouth. Get to know me and feed the flame. Get to know me or feel the pain.
Pain's coming. Entertainment.